Hello everyone, welcome. I think my light is a little bright. Let me turn this down. There we go. We're coming back into my own. It's Wednesday, and tomorrow's Thursday, which I'm very excited about because I get a little bit of a rest after Thursday, pre-Friday. So I'm not going to keep this live too long, but I wanted to talk to you about boundaries and what people can and cannot say about you, because as a vocal coach, a lot of what I do is around empowering people and believing in what they are speaking and singing is powerful. And if you don't have boundaries around what you're saying, people are not going to want to hear what you have to say. They want to see that you have that internal power within you, and so that they can trust that they can share their own story with you and their own heart, right? So I had made a post earlier this evening about my ex-husband and a little bit that I went through, and I just kind of want to go a little deeper with the boundaries that I had to create in and through that experience. So he was a very mad, angry person. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that he was not being true to who he really was. And he didn't like being around himself. And when you don't like being around yourself, you don't really enjoy being around other people. And you're not going to give off the vibes that are quite inspiring. And so I was hanging out with a girlfriend one night, and we were talking about the environment that you surround yourself with. And she had told me that she didn't have any acne, but she said, Melissa, if you have acne and you go to school every day or you go to class every day and all of the other girls tell you, ew, you have acne, your acne is disgusting, you have dirty skin, you're not cute, right? She said eventually after time and time again, you're going to start to believe them, no matter how self-empowered you may believe that you are. And I think she really had a point there, because what I've learned is that when you change your environment and you change not only the people you're around, but you are able to put the boundaries up of the people that you're around, you start to be able to change the way you think about yourself internally. And so what had happened was my ex would start fires. He would do them on purpose. He, something as little as the tea one night, there was a spoon in the tea, and I made it for him, and I placed it down, and he goes, the spoon is dirty. And he got really upset, and he didn't even want to talk to me, because he made up the dirty spoon. Now, at the time, I was really angry about this. I was like, why would he make this up? This doesn't make any sense. Eventually, everything came to fruition, and I was able to separate from the relationship and move on and get away, right? But it's amazing how I had all this training. I had a master's in counseling. I went through a lot of musical experiences where you connect to the emotion. And I knew that to be a strong, independent woman, I believed that I had everything I needed inside of me, and I still do. But being around that environment so often and so much, I started to think, oh my gosh, what if he's right? What if I really am a bad person? Or, the many, many things that were said over the 4 years. So when I was able to actually step away, it was like not only a big breath of fresh air, but also being able to understand that what I thought was inside was always inside. But a lot of times, if you don't have the boundary of allowing people to speak or not speak into your life, you can't really see your full self. So that's the exciting part about being online, is when you are speaking your truth and you come against people who want to say things that they don't agree with you, you don't have to maintain in relationship with them, either virtually or face to face. And you can actually even speak and say to people, listen, I hear your opinion. I understand that you think this way or that way, but I'm only going to accept certain things. So if you want to say those things, you can go say them outside of being around me. But if you want to say them to me, they have to be at my standard. And so as you have your standard, that's how people will come and speak to you. And the standard that we hold for ourselves is something that we can continue to practice daily. Now, many women have a way of holding their standard without using their words, which is quite amazing. And so I think that's something that we have when we have a belief in ourselves that this is just who we are. So I remember talking to someone about my struggles at the time. And I said to them, I don't understand how you can choose between colleges and how you can just know that eventually it's going to be fine, and where are you going to end up? She was applying to all these colleges across the country, and I remember her telling me, listen, I have a really strong family. I see them every weekend. We have dinners like 3 times a week. And so my family members are really important to me, and they back me up in everything I do. She had like 4 sisters, and they're all really close in age and all really close emotionally. So, and to her parents as well. And so I was like, that's wonderful. That is awesome, And I was thinking about, if you have that system, whatever system it might be, sometimes it's just like 2 really close coworkers. Other times it's you're really super close to your family, and so you're able to be around them. So all the riffraff that you deal in life, as long as you have that strong support system, then you're able to get through whatever it is that you're trying to travel through. The problem that comes up is when you feel alone or you feel like you don't have that support system. And so I would encourage you, there's many groups on Facebook that you can join in order to create a really strong support system. You can reach out to me if you want guidance on that. I can definitely guide you to different locations. And then I know people even who were having just really difficult time. I met a guy maybe 5 years ago, and he told me he went to one of the Alcoholic Anonymous groups. He's actually not an alcoholic, but he needed a place to speak his truth and to be heard. And he told me the first night he went, he just spilled his guts, like everything. He just said, and my dad was in the mafia, and like my mom, and she was this and everything, And he was like, when I came back from the meeting, I felt amazing. And I'm like, that is awesome. I think everyone should know about your story. Because I don't think people realize that they have these opportunities of outlets, right? And that it's really important to have those. And I believe in even more than talk therapy. I believe that you can also do your self-healing processes and things that I'm probably going to talk about more over this time. But anyway, it is just about a little past 8, and so I'm going to bed soon, guys. So I will talk to you later. I hope you enjoyed this little snippet. And if you have any questions about boundaries or allowing people to speak to you in a certain way, let me know. I would love to type in some feedback and see where the conversation goes. Okay, have a beautiful one. God bless you. Mwah.